All right. Who we got in here already? Robert, Ross. What's up, fellas? How y'all doing? How's y'all's week been? I've had an interesting one myself. Some had a hurricane that didn't do anything. Yeah, wonderful hurricane that everybody was so frightened of. Well, I mean, and rightfully, if you were on the Panhandle area of Florida, that between there and Valdosta, Georgia, man, some places took a major pounding, and you know, bless their hearts that they're able to recover and rebuild and get their lives going back again with some amount of normalcy. I've personally been insanely fortunate, despite some of the places that I've lived, to never have to endure uh, major loss from experiencing a natural disaster. I've been super insanely close to some tornadoes. Uh, Lived through a couple of earthquakes. I've fires, earthquakes, hurricanes. Done more than a dozen hurricanes. A couple of tornadoes have come really close, uh, and yeah, so never dealt with any major flooding. That's got to be pretty freaking scary. But yeah, so how you doing, Robert? How you doing? Just just grateful that we didn't suffer any major damage again. I was prepared. Eagle Scouts always prepared. I had a generator, had plenty of gas, had plenty of food, had filtered water stored up and saved up. So if we lost power and we were under a boil water advisory for a day or two, me and the kids would have been absolutely fine, completely good to go. So I I had to reinforce the gates on my fence when the wind was really picking up the one day. Well, for us it was Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday was the nasty day. So I had to brace my fence gates a little bit better because the wind was, really trying to bust them open. But yeah, so my wife, after the hurricane's effects on Wednesday, I had to take the wife to the Jacksonville airport. Had no trouble getting there, just heavy traffic. People returning, going back down to Florida that had evacuated. But I had to take her to the airport Thursday mornings because she flew out to Texas to spend some quality time with her children from her ex-husband, her first three children that she gave birth to, and so she's out there this weekend. A long 4-day weekend for them. So she's spending time with them, and I've got to take my daughter from my previous marriage. I've got to first thing early tomorrow morning. We got to leave like no later than 7 a.m. to to the halfway point in South Carolina for her to spend a little short 3-day weekend with her birth mom. And it really sucks because it's a lot of driving for those myself, and her by default stepfather. That's getting to play dad for a whopping handful of years. So she's got to do that, and it's overall with a stop for gas and a stop for the bathroom, or food. So you guaranteed 2 stops, sometimes even 3 stops with this trip. But my daughter's got to go, spend almost 8 hours, 7.5 to 8 hours, traveling each time. So for these short weekends, these 3-day weekends, she's spending most of her day on Saturday. Most of her day she's spending in a car traveling, and then the bigger bulk of Monday she's doing the same thing to come back. So she's essentially has Sunday. That's what she gets to do things with her birth mom. The rest of the time she's just traveling, sleeping, and then traveling. That's what she's doing for these short little 3-day weekends. So it's really frustrating because it feels very much pointless for her, for my daughter, because she's doing all this sitting in the car. and how much are they gonna do, with really a Sunday, and Saturday night, Sunday, and Monday morning. That's what they're doing. So it that has me down. I'm kind of like, it's gonna be, it's gonna take some extra effort for me to not have a very mellowed out weekend, because I don't have my wife around, and I don't have one of my daughters, and knowing that my daughter is not having a good weekend, and I've got to do a bunch of driving. I've got to do 7.5 hours of driving twice. So I get to spend that time with my youngest son in the car. Yeah. And he's not thrilled about that either. I can leave my oldest son at the house. He's 14 and a half years old. He can do what he does, which is not much of anything, but, play on the game system and talk to his friend via social media. But yeah, so it is what it is. But my wife's birthday, she comes back Monday night, and Monday is her birthday. So Mrs. Urban is gonna be a year older. She's a beautifully young and vibrant 33-year-old woman that I love so much. So, I let her. We celebrated on Tuesday. Yeah, we celebrated Monday or Tuesday night. Got her a cheesecake, and after dinner we sang happy birthday, lit a candle for her to blow out on her cheesecake, and let her open a few gifts and have some cheesecake. And so what I got her was the NAFS Lander, and I purchased these scales. So yeah, since she's fallen in love with the mountains, and we're so excited to, when we get around to it in about 3 to 5 years from now, we will be moving to the North Georgia mountains. Hopefully, that is our time frame of long-term plan for doing that. And so since she loves the mountains, these scales felt very appropriate, and she absolutely adores them. Thinks that they're so cool. She likes the knife, other than the fact that it's got a pretty strong detent. And so I'm going to try to. I'm not going to try to. I'm going to take it apart, and I'm going to take the Dremel to the blade hole and do a detent ramp to do a little bit of a ramp and polish that up a little bit, and that should make this thing money for her, and much easier for her to open. I can do it, no problem. It's just, it's a stronger D10. But I think that when I get that little bit of a ramp put in there, it'll make it perfect for her. She likes it very much. First time ever checking this knife out. I got the one. This is the one from White Mountain Knives, and it's got the 14C 28N steel on it. There's Ben's "What is up, guys?" The camera's on my computer's not gonna focus it, I don't think. But anyways, let's see. Let me go to settings. Can't I? Yes. Integrated hand camera. Can I do? No. Oh shoot! It's already live in 720. I should have set that up. My computer camera is capable of doing full 1080, but I was a knucklehead and forgot to switch that to that. So my bad. I'm not in high def for you right now. So I got the knife lander, and so she's gonna love that. She's gonna really enjoy when she gets back and she gets to taking it with her every day. She's gonna love that. The other thing that I got her is a Leatherman Micra. If you don't know, if you're not familiar with the Micra, this is a sweet little multi-tool. It's got like 11 or 12 tools in it. They replaced, it's a little guy. They did the scissors, which are very sharp, very good scissors. I like the quality of these scissors. They cut like hell. And so you got the scissors instead of pliers. The style gives you your pliers back, I believe. But yeah, this is the scissors, and then it's got a whole handful of tools. It's got a blade. It's got the file. It's got the the other two main things that I like about it, besides it having a large pair of heavy duty scissors, is these two tools right here. Your eyeglass screwdriver, so you can fix your sunglasses and glasses, and then your needle nose, or not needle nose, what do you call them? Your tweezers, your little fine tweezers. These are really nice, and I've used these tweezers right here for a lot of little things, and they're pretty heavy duty for what they look like. They've stood up for a good number of years in many uses. So those two tools plus the heavy duty scissors make this guy a really nice package deal. And it all closes up like that, and it's got a little lanyard thing or loop you can put doodad or whatever, little carabiner style clip. But I love that the tweezers are attached as a tool purposely, not kind of like that afterthought that you have on your little Swiss Army knives where you got to pull it out of the end of the handle. I like that this is all built in all together like that in a very nice compact package. Yeah, really like this. So what's sweet about these is Leatherman, they go for Amazon for around $55 to $60, which is a fair price for them. Considering the fact that Leatherman kind of rides on its name a little bit, and you pay probably about $10 to $15 more for them than what you really should. So Leatherman in general is higher priced because they're just so well known and they do so well, and they make such fantastic tools. But they just came out with like 2 or 3 new colors. This is one of them. They call this cherry. It's a cherry red, kind of like a wine red. And then I've got the standards, straight up stainless steel silver one, and then they got a red one, and they got a blue, like a true, 80s, race car blue. Um, but yeah, so they introduced like two or three more new colors, and with introducing those colors, for now I don't know how long it's going to go on, but they've marked the price down to $36. $36, 35 and some change. But yeah, in fact, let me go ahead and I'll pull them up because I'm making a not a big deal, but I'm stressing this to you because I really like this little multi-tool. It works really, really well. It's come in handy a lot. A lot. And so the fact that Leatherman's got them straight from their website for 34.95. So yeah, $35. Let me share these with you here. Presente, share screen, Leatherman, boom. All right, there we are. All right, so yeah, a lot of new colors, more than three actually. There's the cherry, which is what I got the wife. They did a red and blue, which is pretty cool, where you have red on one side and blue on the other. There's the standard stainless steel. I have one of those, and I keep it in my car in one of those visor pouch things, the little guys, the doodads that you strap to your sun visor in the car, and it provides all these pockets and these MOLLE loops that you can store, tools and gizmos and gadgets and whatever, sunglasses, business cards, whatever. There's the black. Here's the red, which is a very vibrant red, which is like, it's a nice red. There's gray, just kind of bland. There's a dark green, like a dark green, very, very dark green. And there's slate, which is like a super dark gray. And then they have Arctic, which is like a very light grayish, kind of maybe a bluish tint, like a grayish blue tint to it. And then they've got a very deep navy blue, nice and dark navy blue. So yeah, lots of colors to choose from. And yeah, it's got 10 tools. Yeah, 10 tools. But yeah, really cool. Really cool little and the biggest thing, and the reason why mine lives in my car, is because when anybody needs to open a package in the car, passenger wise, I don't, sometimes when you're sitting down, it's kind of inconvenient to or uncomfortable to get to your knife in your pocket or whatever, and it's not always a wonderful idea handing a sharp, pointy tipped knife, because as you know, most of my knives, my blade shape jam is those Wharncliffe sheep's footy and cleavery style blades that tend to have aggressive, slightly more aggressive tips to them, and so yeah, it's nice to be able to hand them this little guy with the big scissors on it, so that they can open stuff up. Cut a straw short for their kids cups, or open up the toy package from their Happy Meal, or just opening whatever, that bag of chips that they got frustrated because they couldn't pull it apart to open it. So it's here, hand them the multi-tool. So that's pretty sweet that they got this. Here, somebody's got a BC Leather Goods. Whoever that is made a little sheath for it. That's pretty sweet. might have to get one of our leather making people to do up some sheaths for those. So again, I'm telling you guys about. I'm sharing this with you because one, that's $35. That's a fantastic price for these things, and we're somewhat going to be coming up on Christmas sort of soon, right? So it doesn't hurt to jump on the bandwagon on that, and snag a few things for some close friends and family that maybe aren't knife people but would appreciate a nice little Leatherman tool like this, something smaller, something not intimidating that still yet gives them a little blade but gives them these awesome scissors and the tweezers and the eyeglass screwdriver. Those eyeglass screwdrivers are not always something that many multi-tools have on them. So yeah, so that's I wanted to share that with y'all. One, because of the great price. Two, awesome colors. Three, that's what I got the wife. It's one of her presents for her birthday. But I grabbed a couple extra. I bought more than just one. Why? Because they're going to be given away to one of you special people that follow me, and I will be setting up. I am looking at, since I have 1,000 subscribers, and I'm seem to be maintaining it despite the fact that I was super busy this week, and there's 2 videos that I've been meaning to crank out and do and post, and I've put them off for one reason after another. I've been procrastinating, and I'm sorry. I'm a lazy, pathetic little son of a bitch that hasn't gotten around to doing it yet. No, it's just it's stuff's been happening, stuff's come up, and I've had to take care of other things. But I am at. Let's see. Let's go to my channel. I am currently at. Well, come on. It says 1,000 subscribers. Let me go to. I want to know exactly how many subscribers I have. How do I go to that? Why the heck can't I get to that? I think I remember how. Here we go. I have 1,008 subscribers. So, and when I hit 1,000 subscribers, thanks to certain people, I was at like 1,003. So now I'm at 1,008. So I've not lost any, which is fantastic. I have not applied yet to monetize my channel or do any of that. One, again, I'm a little lazy. I haven't done it because I haven't done it. Two, because I'm a little reluctant to. One, because I wanted to make sure that I wasn't going to stoop back below 1,000. I felt like if I did apply, that I was applying prematurely to monetize it. And then the last reason is I'm not quite ready, because I know it's going to take me a couple hours. I got to sit down. I got to put effort into it and think about things and customize my channel to serve the purpose of being monetized in the best way that I'm okay with it being monetized. And so I gotta research it. I gotta look into all that. I gotta see what all the customizable aspects are to that and what it entails to be a monetized channel. And then set up all that stuff for people to do donations and whatnot. I'm not I'm not sure if I'm ready for all that. I'm just not sure I'm ready. Oh, dang Ross. Yeah. That's great. Oh, you like their voice, their power on and off voice is kind of funny. I don't really pay attention to those little things, but yeah, that's great that you're loving the speaker. Yeah, you know what? Let's see if they're still at that price. Has me curious now. Little Urban's in the living room playing on the game system, so he's being a little vocal. He gets into it. That kid really gets into it, like most kids do. Yeah, sweet. All right, let me share. Let me share again. Boom, 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 boom. So yeah, if you weren't here last Friday, or yeah, it was last Friday, right? Yeah. So if you weren't here last Friday, these speakers are itty bitty. They're super cool, and you got 3 different color options. They're $17.99, but then you click, if you've got Amazon Prime, you click 20% coupon applied, and you add that to the cart. It ends up being, after tax and whatever, it ends up being right around $15. So instead of $18, it's $15. So it's $15 for these little things, and they're 7-watt speakers. They're really, for how tiny they are, 2-inch by 2.4 by 1.4. They're tiny. They're heavy, aren't they? Surprisingly heavy. Dang, Ross, were you not, like I was, a little surprised of what the weight is to them? But yeah, they're fantastic magnet or speakers. I read magnet from which, dang, Ross, you're talking about the speaker adding a magnet to it. Yeah, I don't know if the speaker, the magnet would mess with the way the battery and the speaker, the internals electronically. I don't know if a magnet would really mess with that much or not. So, I mean, it's got a little loop, tiny little loop, and it comes with a little dinky carabiner clip, so you can hang it on stuff. But yeah, I guess the magnet would be nice. Everyone was trying to steal it when you went skeet shooting today. Cool, and he threw it on the golf cart. See, it's awesome to have those little things to take anywhere and everywhere with you, and just put music out there for everybody to enjoy when you're hanging with things and when you're doing stuff. But yeah, so again, I'm going to, if they continue to be at this price by the September 22nd. September 22nd is when I'm going to plan to do my 1,000 subscriber giveaway live. So if you want, mark that on the calendar. September 22nd. It's 2 weeks before my birthday, so that way I can do that live and it not interfere with cost of shipping everything out to everybody. Again, I've been collecting. I've been building. It's if anybody was last Christmas on Eonan's live giveaway live, his Christmas giveaway live that he did, where you had to collect throughout the year the words of the month. And you got entries into the drawings for all the different giveaway, and he did a couple of giveaways for the people who didn't bother with the word of the month. But trust me, it's important to do the word of the month to get those entries into those extra cool items. But yeah, anyways, he did a massive giveaway live where he gave away probably $300 to $500 worth of stuff. Yeah, a lot of stuff and cool stuff. So my stuff might not be quite as cool, but I am going to give away. I got 2 of those Leatherman Micras, So I'm going to be giving away 2 of those. I've got a whole bunch of Olights. I got at least 4, if not 5, knives folders that are priced anywhere between $30 and $75. So I've got like 4 or 5 knives to give away. I've got Olights to give away. I got the Micras to give away, and I've got a crap ton of stickers. Javon sent me like 8 stickers when he sent me the giveaway that I somewhat recently got from him, that Tucson, which is cool. I've carried it a couple of days. It's got gnarly thumb studs on it. But yeah, so by that live, if these speakers are still at this price to where it's just a really, really good deal, I'm going to add 2 of those. If I can still get them around that that less than $20 price tag, then I'm just going to have 2 winners that they get those sent to them. So how about that? So yeah, so hopefully those stay at that awesome price and stay in stock, and I'll be able to hook some more people up with those cool speakers, because they are cool. Thank you, Dang Ross. That means a lot. I was a little on the fence as far as whether or not with our group of people, our community, and who I get in here, whether or not it would be something that y'all would be truly interested in, since it's not a knife. Oh, hey, look who's in the house. G-Ball. What's up, brother? Hey, how are you? I'm going to be listening to your live on the road while I'm driving tomorrow morning, because I got to take my daughter up to the ex-wife for her 3-day weekend with her. Oh, you're driving right now. Okay. Cool beans. Be safe. But yeah, so there's another awesome guy. I love this community. I'm glad, for most of the day, I thought I was kind of down. I was feeling really down today. Missing the wife being out of town. Worried about her and how she's doing, how her kids are doing. And then worried about how my daughter has this 3-day weekend that she's got to spend doing all this traveling, for the sake of the fact that my ex-wife is just not a very caring individual. She's a very selfish individual, and she doesn't care that my daughter hates doing these short weekends. She really, really hates doing these short weekends. It's not G-Ball's birthday, is it? No. It's not his birthday. But so today I was kind of down, and I was thinking, I don't really have much to talk about. I didn't have much to share with y'all except for these goodies, and talk about my 1K giveaway live. So again, mark your calendars. September 22nd, I'm giving away a whole bunch of stuff. Again, somewhere around close to, it won't be $300. Actually, it will be. It'll be probably around somewhere between $300 and $400 worth of stuff that I've just slowly accumulated over the last 3 or 4 months, and just hanging on to things. And so no giveaways today. Sorry. Again, trying to hang on to everything. I really want that 1K live to really be a huge appreciation to all of y'all that come and watch my lives and check out the videos on my channel. And I really hope, honestly, truly hope that y'all get something valuable out of my videos that you don't get from other people's videos. That's always my goal. Always my goal is to mention something about an item or an experience or whatever the video is that I'm providing different information, so, a new insight on a product, or a knife, or a different way of making, crafting stuff, you know whether it's the fire starter rope, or um, the just whatever. But I my next video that I'm really really need to crank out this weekend is on this guy, the Meerkat. Let me get rid of this. So yeah, hopefully I can hook some more people up with those speakers, because they're cool speakers. They really are. Dang Ross says so too. But yeah, the Meerkat by Max Ace. I really, really like this knife. I really do. It's S90V titanium handle. There are some interesting features about it. The ergos are great. It's like 3.11 inch blade, so just just a hair bigger than a bug out. The way they did the frame lock, as you can see, it's really not cut out, but they did all that jimping right there, so it's not bad. It's not bad at all. You just kind of you put your thumb right there on the bar, it kind of almost centered, really almost centered, and then you just push down and over, and the jimping there, and the way the thickness of it and everything, it works really well. You really don't need that a massive cutout and be able to see from the side view like this. You don't need to see the lock bar in order to have good access to it. It's just the way it's designed. And with that bit of jimping, it's no trouble at all to get to that lock bar and free it up so you can close the blade. Again, sweet blade shape, really solid ergos, either here or there. The action's pretty darn good. Nice and snappy with the reverse flick. I love that. The one and only downfall, and what I've been trying to gather and reaching out to a couple people that I know that also got one of these. As Jared pointed out, and he's already had like a gazillion people watch his video on it, the pocket clip. Y'all see what's going on there? As nice as it is in size and overall shape, very unobtrusive as far as no hot spots when using the knife. Like, yeah, it's very comfortable when using the knife. But the way the ramp, the fact that it's not really a ramp, it's just like a hump where right here, where it goes in and out, is your retention spot for your pocket, for your fabric in your pants or your shorts or whatever. It's a little brutal in my experience and Jared's experience on these knives. He and I have both been experiencing, along with a handful of other people. It's really rough trying to get it into the pocket, and I pretty much have to, every single time I've gone to put it on my pocket, on my pants pockets, I've had to pull it back a little bit in order to get it past the seam, where it's folded and stitched. I've had to do that every single time, so that kind of sucks. So it's a matter of how much am I going to let it suck, or am I just going to freaking deal with it? Because I've thought about it, and I'm like, there's really not a way of modifying it that's going to make it any easier, any better. So without the possibility of making it worse. So yeah, they kind of, I'm gonna go ahead and say it. They fucked up on the clip. I hope they aren't mad at me for saying that. But yeah, they fucked up on the clip. They should have done here. This is the Max Ace Black Mirror, which was my first and absolute favorite Max Ace knife. But you see the difference in the way that ramp is? How it's done with each of those clips? Yeah. This does not work. This works. And I really love the Black Mirror. This is a fucking awesome knife. Really, really awesome knife. And they give you a shit ton of access to that lock bar. Almost too, I would borderline too much. Like, it is, it's, I've never had a frame lock knife that provides that much access to the lock, to that bar. Like, it, you totally going from the side. Insanely easy to unlock and close up the blade. So easy. But yeah, this clip they did right. This is perfect. So why the hell didn't they do this clip on this one? Just made it a tiny bit shorter. I think that's part of the problem too. Is the length of the clip for being milled titanium? It's just a little too short. A little too short. It doesn't want to give enough bend. It doesn't want to give enough flex to slide past that seam, that folded seam on your pants pocket. So I think that if they made it just a couple millimeters longer, and then did more of a ramp on it rather than this insane little hump, that it would have solved the issue completely. But absolutely other than that, this is a sweet banger of a knife. Getting it from White Mountain Knives for under $150, giving you over 3 inches of S90V and titanium with really good ergos. Like, that's everything I love about this knife. The only downfall, the only gripe is the imperfection of the pocket clip design. But other than that, I love every single little other detail and fact in regards to this knife. And the price for these materials, and it is no joke, hair shaven sharp right out of the box. Still popping hairs, and I've broken open like 5 or 6 packages and broken down a couple of boxes with it, and it's still popping hairs off my arm with absolutely minimal effort. The Max Ace Black Mirror is M390, so I really am. That's kind of what intrigued me. Is I've only got like 1 or 2 other knives that have S90V steel on it, and I wanted a little more S90V in my collection. I really did, and I like the overall look of it. I love the ergonomics, and yeah, I mean they did a solid job on this thing, except for the pocket clip. So maybe, hopefully, as Jared said in his video, he reached out to them to communicate those issues with the pocket clip. Maybe, possibly, they'll make a different pocket clip and offer it for like maybe $10 for shipping to get them out to anybody and everybody who's got the knife. That would be pretty sweet. I'd be fairly surprised and extremely grateful if they would do that. They would just, for $10, send me a better clip that works better. That would be awesome. That would be really awesome of them. I'm not counting on it. but that would be really sweet. So see, yeah, it's not G-Ball's birthday. Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought his was in the spring. It was in April. Yeah. Yeah, you can send him gifts all day long, any day. I mean, G-Ball will take gifts at any time of the year. He loves gifts. Yeah. Happy Haptics is here. What's up, man? Got some new accounts for the remainder of my day. Oh, so you're still working. And thank you for um, all you guys for bothering to pay attention to me. So yeah, September 22nd is the giveaway live, and I'll announce it. I'll make announcements every once in a while on Instagram, and I'll remind people in some of my videos. Hopefully, we get a good group. I need at least 20 some people in order to make this happen. Otherwise, like the same 3 or 4 of y'all are gonna be getting a shit ton of stuff from me. that would be funny if I end up having only like 15 people for my giveaway live, and 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 like the same 5 people win everything. That would be bad. That would be bad. So tell your friends, tell everybody. I need to get at least 25 to 30 people for that giveaway live. I gotta advertise it, and I'm gonna need some help advertising it, so I can get enough people to really make it interesting. Um, Otherwise, y'all are gonna have way too good of a chance of winning stuff. um, yeah, Neil, I can count you as 2 people, but let's see. So yeah, that's all I've got new for me. It is Labor Day weekend, so there are some deals. There are some deals on not White Mountain knives. I mean, everybody's doing sales, but here was one that interested me was Blade HQ. His Labor Day sale. Can't talk. Um, Again, we just had National Knife Day, so I can't imagine the sales for Labor Day being all that much more special than National Knife Day, and it's a little frustrating. I don't know how everybody else feels about it, but it's a little frustrating to me that all these sale website stores, um, knife stores, knife companies, dealers, or whatever you want to call them, the sales that they do on National Knife Day are not so much on sales, not so many sales on the $150+ knives. They weren't really they don't give very much discount to those knives, if any at all. Most of them don't give any. They do discounts on the super low budget end. And those of us who know about National Knife Day, who care about National Knife Day, and are looking forward to sales on National Knife Day, we're not so much into those $30 to $50 knives. We're into the ones that are well over $100 and would like to see some solid discounts on some of those. And I understand everybody's out to make their dollars, but let me nope, hit the wrong thing. Present, share screen, share again. So here's, not that I'm a big fan of Blade HQ anymore, because I'm not. They kind of rubbed me the wrong way in a number of ways. But here's a really good deal on the Spyderco Delica 4 with M4. M4 is an awesome steel. The knife I carried today, in fact, it has M4 on it. I carried the Benchmade Super Freak. Been a little while since I've carried this guy. I tend to favor him more in the wintertime for some odd reason. But yeah, the M4 is an awesome steel. Benchmade does a good job with it. After you sharpen it once or twice, you really get to its true abilities as M4 has. But this is a solid knife. Really stout, comfortable in the hand. And M4 is great. Really like this knife. The other knife that I carried today, again, one that I don't carry very often. It's a ProTech automatic. This is the Calmingo. And this particular one is part of their first production run. It's number 809. I don't know out of how many. 154 cm steel. And it's a snappy little bastard. It's a small knife, small blade. But boy, does it whip out. I mean, everything that they say about how snappy ProTech's autos are, the vast majority of them. There's a couple that aren't so snappy purposefully, but in general, ProTech's has had it down pat as far as making snappy autos. So I carried this guy in my fifth pocket. He's a really solid little fifth pocket knife. But anyways, back to Blade HQ. So yeah, the Spyderco Delica 4 and M4. That's for $90. That's a sweet deal. That's a good knife if you can deal with the FRN handle. I'm not so much of a fan of that, but it is what it is. That's Spyderco for you. The Appalachian Drifter 2 is a pretty good deal. But see, I don't know why. Who wants this CRKT right here? It's goofy looking, it's odd looking, but I mean, there's nothing nice about it. It's kind of sort of gimmicky. The Civivi Nox is not bad, and that's $30. That's not a bad price for that guy. It's only 2.8-inch blade, so it's on the smaller side. It's not a full-handed knife. I'm sure you can get off. Most people, smaller hands, can get all 4 digits around it, but more Civivis and CRKTs. There's your Kershaw Natrix with their carbon fiber. I hate their carbon fiber. I don't know how y'all feel about that, but I'm not a fan. This Gerber armbar cork multi-tool, boy, did they screw that shit up. That thing is garbage. Sorry. I'm being a little harsh. Boger Kalashnikov limited edition dagger. That's another solid auto. So if you're not that big of a fan of autos, or you don't want to spend $200+ on an auto, but you'd like to experience one that's good quality and fairly snappy, those Kalashnikovs, I got 2 of them actually. I got a left-handed one and the standard right-handed one. The Odium, the Civivi Odium, another superb fifth pocket knife, smaller knife. Really, really awesome. That's a good deal. $30. That's a good deal. It's D2. So as long as you don't live in the marsh or swamps area like I do. The Lumi, the Civivi Lumi, that is a sweet little fifth pocket knife. Tiny, super slim. You could put this sucker in a shirt pocket, to be honest with you. but I love how it's got it's a top flipper. It's a rounded over area right there in that top corner of the photo here. But yeah, it's a top flipper, and it's surprisingly beautifully easy to open up that way. As a top flipper, it is really easy to open that sucker up. Super nice little knife. Let's see what else we got here. Backlash ain't too terrible. There's that Gerber armbar shit again. Some Kershaws. Aha! This is the one. This is the one that I got an email from Blade HQ that showed this.
Please have the TV.
I'm on a live right now.
I have a TV. I always have.
In 30 minutes.
Can I go to my friend's house?
In 30 minutes.
What 30 minutes?
Go brush your teeth. Do something.
They're clean.
Okay. Wait.
Why?
Shh. Get out of here. I'm live right now.
Then let me go.
You annoying little You dropped that cat, girl. Leave the cat alone. You said hi to her. Now let her go. Let her go. Zorro, don't you be messing with her either. Sorry about that. The older two kids got home. You know, those with kids know how that is. But hey, $45 for the Pyrite with the reverse Honto / Warren Cliffy blade. With that AR RPM 9 steel. Awesome steel. Love that steel. Super sweet steel. This is the all blacked out one. That's a pretty sweet deal. $45. Hard to say no to that. If you don't got one, you need to get one. That's one I would get. They got the regular Pyrite also for $45, not blacked out. I have this Imperium. This Civivi Imperium. It is a front flipper. It is a good front flipper. Unless you're somebody who struggles with every single front flipper, it's a good one to learn with. And again, Nitro V steel. This is the shredded carbon fiber and gold flakes in there. It's pretty. It's classy. Gives a classy look to it. The handle is smooth. There's no texture. No, it is polished like a mofo. So if you like texture in your handle, that guy's not going to be your jam. I don't mind it in the slimmer knives. It's 3.5 inch blade, so it's not a small guy. It's it's a full-handed knife. But yeah, so there's a couple of decent deals. Again, leaning more towards the budget-friendly realm. Although that Pyrite is one hell of a deal. One hell of a deal. But yeah, that's the one that I wanted to share from Blade HQ's Labor Day sale. I have not looked at others, but other than White Mountain Knives, and they don't really have anything that wowed me off the bat. Give me a second to close my bedroom door. Young teenagers these days, no matter how much you try to raise them the way your parents raised you, they do not give you the amount of respect you deserve. But anyways. Oh, you had a Gerber suspension NXT with a weak pocket clip. Older Gerbers did have a little bit of a pattern of putting very weak pocket clips on their knives, if I remember correctly. I went through that stage when I was in the military, where I had a handful of Gerbers. Oh, look guess who popped in? That's my pops. That's my daddy-o. What's up, Dad? Yeah, don't teach your own horn too hard now. No, my parents did pretty good. Although my younger brother, really worries. Well, we both have had our fair shares of worrying the hell out of my mom. My mom is one of those that worry. But yeah, so yeah, it's cool. That's cool. That's awesome, Dad. I appreciate you so much. Yeah, he's got a double first name. That's so he goes by GE because it's just easier with business when he worked. All the companies and the networking that he had with everybody that he worked with and for and around. Um, it was easier because he didn't want everybody calling him by just his first name. Um, so it was just easier for everybody to remember GE. So yeah, and it kind of worked out. I remember when we'd go places, when we go to like sporting events or fairs and festivals and stuff. As a kid, you yell out "Dad," and how many heads turn, right? But you if you yelled out GE, like that was it. You knew you were only going to get one head to turn. So that was kind of the first time I did that. I forget where we were, but the first time I did that, it felt really awkward. Like I felt like I was wrong for doing it, just a little bit. But it worked. It was extremely effective. Not to have a dozen plus heads turn. Like, is that my kid calling me? So yeah, so that's kind of he's got that. That's kind of special about his name. But he has his own channel. He's got. I don't know if Dad, if you've posted any videos. I know you've been busy and out of town and just trying to get that boat done. But if you're interested in seeing a complete wood boat build, and well, it's not 100% complete, but he's got like 3 or 4 videos up of him working on this wooden 14 foot wood boat that he's kind of doing a little bit of customization to what the original blueprints for it were. So it's cool. If you're interested in seeing the process of how to build a wooden boat, um, what he's doing is pretty damn impressive, really impressive, and it's kind of fun to see a couple of different steps along the way and what he's doing and how he's doing things. So yeah, cool. He and I are excited. He's really excited to get that boat on the water. It'll be done within the next couple months. So hopefully I will get to go up to his place by Thanksgiving, and maybe we'll ride it out and have it in the water and be able to boat around on it and with my next visit around that time. So it'll be fun. Yeah, I'm excited for him. And he's been putting a lot of hours into making this thing what it is. It's really cool. Hey Maddie, what's up? I missed Maddie's live last night. I had every intention to pop into the chat for Maddie's live last night, and I kind of got sucked into a TV show that the wife and I have sort of been binge watching. Just like every couple of nights we'll watch like 4 or 5 episodes of it. Some nights only 2 episodes, but other nights it's like 4 or 5 episodes, and and so we've been doing that, and it's been really good in the season that we're in, and the show's called Lucifer. Not a show that I normally, not the kind of genre that I typically go for, but the acting's in it is good. The characters are funny, and I enjoy it, and the wife enjoys it. It's something that we can enjoy watching together. So that's what we've been doing, and we're like, I think we're at the very beginning of season 4, and aren't they doing like season 6? I know that they've done 5 seasons already, but yeah, we've been over the last handful of months been binge watching the crap out of that series. I didn't realize how good. I tell you, I love watching a TV series in that way by binge watching. I hate watching a TV series one episode at a time when it comes out, having to wait a whole week or sometimes 2 weeks. And then at the end of season 1, you got to wait how many months before season 2 comes out? Like I hate dealing with that. So I like it when they have at least 3 or 4 seasons out that I can just then go and binge watch. So yeah. I prefer doing the binge watching thing. I hate the hurry up and wait game. I did that in the military for so many years and it sucked. And yeah. But so I got caught up in watching those last night and lost track of time, and so I missed Maddie's Factions live. And I heard it was a good one. I need to go and watch, 30 to 45 minutes of it here and there. That was one of your shows, Gonzo, Hell on Wheels, or on, yeah, that's right, Hell on Wheels. I'll have to look into this Disjointed. I don't know if I've even heard of that. Disjointed. Let me just pop that in the Google search bar so I don't forget about it. It's a Netflix series too. Okay, yeah, I'll give that a shot and see if I'm into that. See if I like it. Thanks, Sharp Guy. Anybody else got any series, TV series shows that y'all would highly recommend that would be good to binge watch? Who's having short-term memory issues? No, that's funny. Yeah, TV trumps Maddie 100. Don't discredit yourself that much. No, I love your lives, man. Yeah, you're too funny. My dad's always got recommendations. Alpha House. All right, I'll look that one up too. Alpha House. You've talked about that one to me before, haven't you? I think you have. All right. The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. Now, when I see the name Sabrina, I think of Sabrina. Is it Sabrina the Teenage Witch? Some witch was named Sabrina in some show or movie. Yeah, Sabrina the Teenage Witch. That's what I think of. That's what pops into my head when I see the name Sabrina. And I hated that show. I forget who wanted to watch that show. I think it might have been my mom. I don't know. I have no idea. It's a remake but darker. Yeah, no, I'm sorry. I can't do that. because I hated that show. Well, I didn't hate it, just I was just not into it. I didn't care for it. Did not care for it. She's in her she has to, yeah, she's got to be in her 50s now. Coco Melon is good. Okay. Maddie, you're hilarious. You're too funny. So, of course, most of y'all should know the next knife that I'm super excited to get is an automatic. It's an OTF, and it's being done by EMP EDC, so you know it's money. It's going to be gold. I've already handled it. Miss it so much. It's been so long. Blade Show seemed like it was so far away from now. Like, we've been so far from Blade Show, happened so long ago. And yet, I am so itching to own and have my own Pulse OTF. Yeah, so he's been posting he's been posting a whole bunch, and I feel like he's doing it to just freaking torture me. Totally feel like he's doing it to torture me. But it's gonna drop, and it's not a pre-order, it's a straight up drop. So when you click buy, it should take less than a week before it gets shipped out and is in your hands. 3 to 5 days is typically how he works with his EMP EDC stuff. But yeah. So he's saying sometime mid-September ish is when he's gonna drop them, the Pulse OTF. So it's been a long time coming. Like, the wait has been rough for me. For me, the wait has been rough. It is hard seeing all his posts, all the photos of that OTF, and trying to remember how amazing the action was and how much I liked having it in my hand and just in and out, in and out, in and out. And so, yeah, got just a handful of weeks. Hopefully by the 22nd, when I do my giveaway live, my 1K live, I will have that OTF in my hand. Oh, that would be such a joy. I am really, really anxious to get it and have one. If I had the money, I'd buy two, but I don't. I don't have the money to buy two of those. They're gonna be, he said, around $260 is I believe what the price point's gonna be for that, which is really good, really good. Axle gear. Yeah, I don't know about that one. No, I fell in love, Maddie. You have no idea how much I fell in love with that Pulse OTF at the EMP booth. You know who knows how much I fell in love with that thing is Tri-State, because he saw me just standing there off to the side at the one corner of the booth, just sitting there, just going over and over and over and over again, and I was just like, I was so happy. I was in La La Land. Oh, it's a beautiful OTF, and I'm not an OTF fan, which is what's really weird about it. This is the one and only OTF that I have, and I've had this guy for like 2 years. And it's solid. It's good. It's Cobra Tech. I know a lot of people had some issues with supposedly they were copying or ripping off the design of some Microtechs at one point, but I feel like that kind of got disproven, and said, "Hey, shut up. That's a bunch of bullshit." They're just in making stuff that's similar to it, and OTFs typically have a very very similar design. And when you're trying to make a tactical looking OTF, that's one thing that I really loved about the Pulse, is that it's a definitely different design, different ergos, different handle, different shapes of the blade. And like it is, the Pulse OTF is something of its own, and I love that about it. Plus the fact that the action on it, like this guy, when I first picked it up just now, and the first couple of times I fired it, it fired out really smooth, not a whole lot of oomph needed. But once I get going with it, I feel like as I'm continuing to fire it out and draw it back in, it's getting stiffer. It feels like it's getting stiffer. Either that or I just don't have enough finger stamina. I still have stamina elsewhere, and where it counts. But no, I don't know. It just, I mean, maybe I probably need to put some oil in it, some drops of oil, and it would do a little bit better. But yeah, I like this guy because one, it's an OTF. I love when I'm on the motorcycle and I stop and I reach for something and I've got to cut something. I've got to cut a zip tie, or I've got to cut a loose thread that's hanging off my jacket or my shirt or whatever. The fact that I can, with my motorcycle gloves on, get this sucker out of my pocket, actuate it, make my cut, close it, and put it back in my pocket, still straddling the motorcycle with my gloves on, with my helmet on, just being able to use a blade like that so freely, so easily, so quickly. That's just what's great about having an OTF when you're on the bike. So this guy, I absolutely love carrying when I'm just going out on the bike, and my intended purpose is going somewhere on the bike because I want to ride the bike and I'm going to be on the bike. Yes, I ride the bike to work every damn day, just about. So I don't take it with me when I go to work because I like my other knives that I like to use at work and other knives that I like to use on a daily basis. So when I'm just straight up commuting and I have all my folders that I like to carry and rotate through in my rotation of my collection. But I love having an OTF when I'm going for a ride, where the bulk of the intention of the trip is enjoying riding the bike and not quite so much needing to be somewhere that I'm needing to be at, running errands or going to work or that kind of stuff. But yeah, I love the idea of what an OTF is, and they are so much fidgety fun. They're great fun, and everything that he did with the EMP EDC Pulse is freaking awesome. Freaking awesome. So I love that OTF, and I will be buying one and can't wait to get it. Cannot wait. Cannot wait. But yeah. So I don't know, Maddie, I don't know why. I'm not sure how either. I'm not sure why people discredit OTFs the way that they do. You only use aerosol oil in OTFs? Well, I use WD-40 for freaking everything. Blinker fluid. Yeah, blinker fluid. Fixie lube. Rim oil spray. Okay. Yeah, I have rim oil spray. I use that for my guns. But yeah, I mean, this guy was $85, and it's D2 steel. $85 for for a decent OTF. With D2 steel, it's solid. It's solid. I don't care for the big fat glass breaker with the hole through it. I could have done without that, but whatever. It doesn't bother me. I just could have done without it. Again, they trying, it's Cobra Tech. They trying to do that whole tactical stuff. But yeah, this is the only OTF that I have right now, and it gets carried and used quite a bit. Quite a bit. So, well, all right. It's almost 5 o'clock. I'm tired. I had to work today, and I didn't enjoy it. I had from the hurricane and everything, so much wire, and people were trying to buy all the plugs and sockets, outlets, and stuff, and extension cords and whatnot for the hurricane for their generators, and trying to, hook up half of their house to a generator, and not knowing what they're doing and not knowing exactly what they need. Well, some of them knew exactly what they needed, but yeah, being in electrical at a hardware store when your people are preparing for a hurricane and need all that kind of stuff, it's been an exhausting week with that. And so today was kind of cleaning up my department, cleaning up that part of the store, those couple aisles, because people ransacked the shit out of it. And my bosses were like, this shit needs to be cleaned up. You need to clean everything up. So I hate cleaning up other people's messes. I hate doing that. That's the one part of retail that I really, really don't like. You ate pizza and listen to people talk. You're exhausted. Sure you are. Sure you are. It is Friday. It is pizza night. It is pizza night. That's right. Crap. I think we only got one pizza in the freezer. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. But all right, I'm gonna let everybody go. I doubt I'm gonna be able to catch any kind of a nap, but I'd love to get like a 15 to 20 minute power nap in, and get the kids some pizza, and get them get to bed at a decent time tonight. Because again, I gotta do almost 7.5 hours of driving first thing in the morning, bright and early. Never look forward to that, but it is what it is. All right, y'all have a good weekend. I'll see you in some lives, in the chats, in the chizats. And remember, September 22nd, is going to be my 1K live giveaway live. So it's I'm excited for that too. It's going to be fun. I read an insane amount, Satisfaction. I read way more than you would think that I read. I read a crap ton. Not books though. I don't open up books. But all right, Dang Ross, you keep enjoying that speaker. I have fun with mine too, and fingers crossed that I'll be able that the sale price on those will continue for the rest of the month, and I'll be able to hook up some more people with those because they're sweet, they're good speakers, and it's so nice. It's so much fun to be able to bring music anywhere you go like that with those little speakers. They're fun. In case you didn't know, you can sync them. That particular speaker is syncable. So if you buy 2 of them, or 3 of them, or 5 of them, you can connect them all together Bluetooth wise to the same device that's playing the music. So yeah, pretty sweet. Pretty sweet. Love technology, right? Love it, love it, love it. All right. Y'all have a good one. I'm out of here. Got stuff to do. Bye. Peace. Rock on.